What's going on, guys? We're here introducing a brand new series called From Blank to Brand, and our good friend Luke, who runs a premier market in Orange County where thousands of people have attended his events. We're gonna have him design a t-shirt design here at Money Merch. So US Standard Apparel sent us some of their brand new garments, and we're actually gonna use one of their brand new t-shirts. So we're gonna go brainstorm upstairs, so let's go.
JC.
All right, Orange Market. So how did you come up with the whole process behind it? How did you...
I started in 2024. The year prior, 2023, the whole year I was doing flea markets and just curated markets in LA all year for my own brand. And in my mind, out of necessity in Orange County, there's only a handful in Orange County, and I was like, I want to bring that culture and that vibe to Orange County, you know? So it was really trying to fill a certain void here. I had a bunch of loose ideas, and I literally went to the golfing range with Blake, and I said, yeah, I think I want to do this. You know, I think I want to take a crack at it. And he was the one that helped me throw the first one with helping with the location, which was here in the Money March parking lot. And from there, he just gave me my legs pretty much, and I just started running, you know. And with that, it was a lot of figuring out of logistics, other venues, but it was filling that void. I grew up going to a lot of swap meets here, but the Rose Bowl, huge. You know what I mean? Just I think it's really inspiring seeing all these brands and DIY people and even just vintage vendors just selling cool stuff. And I was I want to do that. I want to make an environment of that here. So that's pretty much the premise of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get right into it. So, again, shout out to Jacob from US Standard Apparel.
Jacob, my man.
They gave us these blanks and they said, why don't you have Luke pop off on one of these designs? So, we have 5 blanks that we could pick from. And first one is going to be a lady's crop top.
Nice.
Okay. Second one's going to be their hoodie blank that they just announced. A little bit heavy.
Yeah, it looks heavy.
You know, nice, no drawstring.
Yep.
Solid blank. All cut and sewn in the US. A crew neck. We actually have this in black also.
I like this green though. It's a good green.
Yeah, it's a green. Little Money Merch pine green.
Yeah,
you know, looks nice.
It's a great green.
It's a little heavy as well.
Mm-hmm.
Feel it too.
Yeah.
Feels nice. And then we also have the t-shirt that they gave us. Kind of like a pigment dyed gray wash.
Vintage black type.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot.
Those are what we got, and this one's also the black crew neck. So we definitely got some options on what we could use. I kind of want to leave it up to you. I think we're all solid. We're in spring.
I know, that's what I'm thinking about too, because if we're doing a crew neck, I would only design something for the front. That's my personal preference. If we're doing a t-shirt or a hoodie, I'll be down to do something front and back. But man, these are all some great cuts. I love the cut on all these. Let's just stick with the T.
Stick with the T?
Yeah, let's stick with the T. All right, now we're just going to mentally print the design on the shirt.
What are you kind of thinking?
Well, as far as making something meaningful to the market, to the brand, I want to do something that's elements of a DIY. You know, something incorporating someone working on something, maybe some loose pails of paint, workshop elements, you know, just tools, paint, materials. I picked the workshop elements because when I think of flea markets, when I think of my market as well, and knowing all the vendors that come to my market, a lot of them are do-it-yourself type of people. So they create their own food, they print their own clothes, or they make their own knickknacks or niche kind of craft. So I wanted something like a strong element to represent that, you know, because it could be a tool or a painter or a symbol that signifies and embodies that, but it's something in a more meaningful logo or I guess structure or just, you know, asset. I was thinking like a painter or some sort of tool, like a hammer, like a saw, paint buckets or something. That was my idea around that area, is picking something kind of really prominent, you know, you can just point out from anywhere.
What else?
And then maybe some sort of
colors.
Some colors, yeah.
Some airbrush colors.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of primary colors.
A little bit of a colored color, huh? I like that.
Maybe add some sort of mid-century or just a vintage vibe to it of furniture or newspaper or fashion or even just the type of symbols that they used around that era.
Maybe him working. What if he's doing something, right? We have the paint.
Yeah, it could be them.
Like him rolling something out or something.
Rolling something out or building a sign, and then the sign is the Orange Market, you know?
Yeah.
Or actually what it could even do is I pull an asset of a crane, and the crane is bringing in the sign, and the sign is the orange, reading the Orange Market.
Ooh,
you know what I mean?
There we go.
On one of those
So
cords.
we could do crane.
Yeah, maybe it's a little tilted too.
Like a billboard into a city.
Yeah, or maybe even just like it looks like it's in action. It's moving over like a city or a market. You know, we could do like a welding one. So like maybe have the orange market with like a texture of metal, and then have an asset of a guy like welding, and it looks like he's welding.
Like welding the orange market.
Welding the name together. My style too is very like a lot of minimal or like vector. So I like a lot of that grunge look, or just like a vector.
This is good.
These are some good ideas.
These are some good ideas.
Also, too, if mid-design, I might just scratch the whole thing and start something else. If we got like
once you get cranky,
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Can you read your own writing?
You can't read it?
I don't think anyone can read it.
So we have 3 ideas, right?
I think I want to throw one more in there.
Okay, which one?
And just be more relative is like making a flyer, like a legit like flyer with like a grunge look, some grain, maybe some distortion to it, you know, or maybe even some texture of it being folded. And just adding the elements of maybe some of the photos that I've had in the past of the actual market, like people shopping and stuff, or maybe just like some t-shirts on there, some silhouettes. Some other ideas that I had was doing like a grunge flyer look, you know, maybe a little bit of distortion, maybe a tear in it. Yeah, just like a flyer you might see on the street. And this was really just spitballing, letting my mind just create and just letting it run free, but ultimately landing on the graphic that I did. To me, that's my process, is kind of, you know, a little bit scatterbrained and then honing in, and process of elimination, picking one idea into obviously the graphic that we made.
We got some ideas.
We're good at ideas, we're not good at spelling.
Yeah, spelling can be better, to be honest, but it's okay. That's why we don't have a college degree. You know.
Shout out OCC though.
Shout out OCC though. Yeah. Honestly, I'm a really big fan of this crane one and then the flyer.
Yeah.
What are you kind of leaning towards?
I like the crane. I like the main idea.
Yeah.
So we could strive for that. But if we're mid-design and like my spark just starts going, it might take like a little derail. Yeah. But I like the crane idea the most.
Yeah. All right. Let's start designing and let's get right into it.
I think my process is a little bit longer because I like to throw elements on Adobe. I'm just more comfortable with Adobe Illustrator. And then if any alterations that I can't make, I'll then take it into Photoshop and like add more like depth to certain things if needed. Adobe Illustrator is like my bread and butter. By no means a professional designer.
Yeah.
I was taught by YouTube University, so
yeah. I feel like every designer has like their own way of designing.
Yeah,
you know.
I just feel like mine's the long way. All right, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna drop the logo in there, just the orange market with the orange font. I'll shrink it a little bit, but I'm gonna go online and go ahead and try to find a crane already vectorized. So we got some good options. I feel like sometimes you look at these options and some of them look a little too clean. Like this looks a little too clip artish. I might even alter it a little bit and add my own little wire to it because we want it to look like it's... Actually, I don't know. We'll see. I like this one.
Yeah, that one's not bad.
Oh, this is cool. I like this.
It has a city that you're talking about too.
Hey man, we don't have to do any designing. We found the design.
Oh wow, look at that.
We want a little bit of originality in there. We don't want to just do straight rip. But I do like this crane though. I'm gonna save this one. See what we're working with here. So we'll pull this one in here. Look at that. Boom. This one might be the one. Lucky.
Yeah, almost pretty good.
I feel like I should take the city away though, because it's just like, I don't know. It's like doing the work for me.
Up to you. This is your design.
Yeah, but you have a say in it.
Yeah, you could take the city away and put maybe like a city of like OC.
Could. Actually, I could add like maybe the A in the background.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, there you go.
Like the cranes next to the freeway or something.
Yeah, and
like,
you got
the arc.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's good. Good start there.
Yeah.
You see, that's why Taylor's here. I'm taking over this.
I'm just adding the extra, just extra stuff.
I just want to see how it looks.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna delete some of these elements. So we're getting somewhere, Tay. You know, I just deleted the
Wow, look at that. Now it looks way cleaner.
Yeah, so now we can put whatever we want back here. Also, too, I might tilt this a little bit off its axis. Look, how do you think the start's looking?
Yeah, something like that. There you go.
Let me delete this other one. Bro, don't say there you go. That's like what a dad says when you're not really doing that well.
I'm sorry.
Say something better.
You're doing great, dude.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. And a pat on the back. That'll help me right now. I initially chose to put the crane in the design because I was thinking a little bit outside the box, how to kind of tie it all together, and also how to place just the logo. With all the other elements, like how can I place the logo in there and make it make sense? You know, there's a little bit of clash, but there's also a lot of uniform to it. So I was like, maybe if I had a crane, I can have it come in swinging in abruptly, you know, kind of abstract to the rest of the graphics. So that was the idea behind the crane. Angel Stadium A, let's see what we got going here. I like it, Picasso. Alright, so I'm gonna download these two A's and see which one I can vectorize better. While I'm here. The Anaheim, what is it? The Anaheim arc? Oh, actually, I might have something in here. Let's see. I think I was working on something a while ago. Oh, look at this right here. I'm a genius. Look at this. I knew this day was coming. Oh, look at this. This is full color though.
I guess we have to figure out, like, do we want a lot of color on it, or do you want to kind of stick to color, like less color?
I like less color.
Because we are going to DTG it, so we could go color if you want.
Could go full color.
Starting from scratch, finding an asset of a crane and using that as our base, as our start, and then right off the jump, just thinking of elements that I can add that represent the Orange Market or even just where I'm from, and immediately just thinking of the Anaheim Angel A next to the freeway, and then remembering that I had already been working on this asset for some time now, and I was like, actually, this would be a great time to use this asset. The reason I chose these elements in the design is because these are elements that I think are significant in Orange County, signs that I grew up and remember so fondly of, like the Silver Bullet at Knott's Berry Farm, the Big A Angel Stadium. I grew up 3 miles away. The Orange County sign, you know, every time coming back from LA on the 5 freeway, you pass by the Orange County sign and you know you're back home. The downtown Santa Ana water sign, significant as well. You know, it sticks out like a sore thumb. It's a big, tall water tower in the middle of the city. Just choosing elements that really stuck out to me that I remember from my childhood, that I feel like a lot of people use for representation of Orange County, and just kind of bringing it all together into one graphic. That way it represents not just Orange, but it represents the totality of Orange County.
With that being said, I'm a fan of like the grunge and like minimal look, you know, minimal colors, but I do like the elements having their own colors. I feel like that's what helps bring them out, why they're significant in Orange County, why they stand out. But I kind of just bunched them together, pretty much summarize Orange County very briefly in one graphic, I guess you could say. I think this design is representing Orange County well. So we'll try to move forward with this, but we'll see how I feel in like 5 minutes when it's together. This crane and this Orange Market sign I'm going to try to group together so I can maneuver it easier. Alright, like I said, I'm not a professional, so if I'm doing this the slow way, don't be angry at me, all you designers out there. Maybe I changed the color of this Orange Market so you can see it better. Let's see what we got going on here. What color do we want? I mean, we could go orange. Nah, you probably can't even see that. Trying to figure out the best color combination for this crane, because I could leave it all black, but then I feel like it doesn't go well with everything else, because everything else has a like full color to it. So if I just do an all black crane, it's going to look kind of out of place. What I don't like about this too is that it has a harsh line at the bottom. If this is going to be DTG, I've never been a fan of harsh lines for DTG.
Oh, yeah, I see.
Right here, you know. I mean, it's not bad, but maybe I can add some sort. Maybe I can make it like a flyer and add like a grain to it.
Yeah.
Do like a back hit and then just have like the Orange Market logo on the front. Or actually, the back will be like this, and then the front can just be the crane and the Orange Market, like a left chest.
I think you're cooking.
Yeah, cooking, man. Come on.
Wow.
Sometimes you just throw a little something out there and you see what sticks. All right, so if we're doing that, let me get this out of the way. I have to copy and paste the crane and the Orange Market logo just so I have an extra one off to the side for the extra swag, you know? We haven't decided if we're going to leave it 2 different colors or we're going to make it all one color. So actually, yeah, we'll just leave that there for now. And we're going to get into the swag right here. See what I'm saying though? Like the crane with everything else, it's like one dimensional because it's only black, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering if I should try to do like 2 colors on it with like an outline, or it has like an outline to it. Or is it kind of just like not enough because of how much color this has? And try to pull maybe another crane that's like full color.
Yeah, now I'm thinking, now that you say that, I'm kind of thinking, yeah, we pull another crane.
Because that's my point. That was my point. Is like if I pull another crane, it could be like part of the realism, or I just leave the black vector crane and then I try to make the rest of this like a flyer.
Honestly, now that you say that, hold up. I think we just gotta see like what
we got here.
Yeah, like what crane vector we can pull again.
Or see, this is where we improvise. Maybe we get a little heli. Helicopter dropping it off, you know?
With like a line?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that could be kind of fire too.
Let's see what we got. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, guys. We're back in business, improvising at its finest. And if there's a better way to do this, drop the comments below the video and we'll make sure to not listen to your advice. After 3 hours of smoothing, I think we're ready.
You got to give it like a little thing, no? Like a rope.
Yeah, I'm gonna artificially make that right now. Should we have this helicopter, you know, coming in kind of back here?
Yeah, there you go.
Get a little rope coming down here. Is it too thin or is it perfect? Do we like length or would you like girth?
Oh yeah, it's fine.
All right. What do we think?
Looks good.
What do we think?
Wow.
On green, I'm going.
During the process, I was looking for an asset of a crane, and I had a crane in there, but I already knew kind of how I work. I don't really like to pigeonhole myself or put myself into a box, so I was open to any other ideas. And also during the middle of the process, I always just get these random sparks, and I was just like, what if we had a helicopter come in, you know, dropping the sign in or dropping the logo in? So I was looking online, and I was like, perfect, a helicopter is gonna look sick. So I got a helicopter and switched out, changed out the whole crane idea, put in the helicopter, and then I loved it. You know, got a second opinion from Taylor. He loved it. I had to move forward with the helicopter. I kept the element of the logo being dropped in on like a rope and just switched it over to a helicopter. So instead of a crane, it being a helicopter. And I think it really brought everything together.
That's dope. I think honestly, pivoting to the helicopter, it looks way better.
Yeah, I think so too, because the crane was just adding more mess to the entirety of the graphic.
Yeah.
You know? And now it has, this is what I'm saying, like, we started with the crane and then like elements of like DIY and like people doing it yourself and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then we move into like elements of Orange County.
Yeah.
But I feel like every creative is like that. They have a certain idea they start out with, but you leave a little bit of space for like, you know, it can turn into anything else.
Yeah.
That's kind of how my brain works.
Yeah.
It's like I'm
Start
always,
somewhere and then you get lost in somewhere in between and then you end up with your final product.
yeah, with your final product and it transforms into something.
I like that. So now this is going to be a back hit or a front hit?
So this will be the back hit, and the helicopter orange marker will be left chest front hit.
You think the helicopter should be on the front though?
Or what? Just the orange market?
I think just the orange market. I think just like there's just a minimal orange
Just,
market.
yeah, just the hit. Yeah.
I think the helicopter would be too loud, too crowded.
Do you think the orange market on the front should be the same color as that, or should it just be white on the front?
Good question. Wow. Damn.
Because this is like a full color image, you know.
Honestly, I think it should just be white.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
That's what I was
I
thinking.
think it should just be white.
Because I don't know if I just want orange on the front right here by itself.
Yeah, it'll be clean. It'll be cleaner
Just
with white.
Can I change one more thing?
Yeah.
A black T-shirt instead.
Black t-shirt, huh?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
All right, cool.
Let's do it.
So initially I was thinking the vintage black, the gray wash shirt, but I changed my mind to the black shirt. I think I wanted something more of a staple color of a t-shirt. So I think we're gonna go ahead and move forward with the black shirt.
So I just emailed over the graphics to Junior for him to DTG them, and yeah, let's see how they turned out.
So it's the next day, and we're gonna go get it printed right now with Junior. So, Luke, how do you feel?
I feel good. I feel a lot better switching to a black t-shirt. I think it's gonna come out better on black.
Yeah.
What's up, fellas?
Junior.
Hello, JJ. What's up? How you doing? How you living?
We need this design printed, man.
What are we talking about? Come on, hit me with
So
it.
Luke just whipped up this design yesterday.
We're doing a t-shirt for the orange market. On the front, it's just a small left chest, probably like 3.5 or 4 inches wide. And on the back, we're gonna max out the width of it.
16 wide?
Yeah, 16.
Proportional height.
Proportional height. And we want to see you do your magic.
That's what I do best. You see, that's why I like US Standard Apparel. There's a lot of whites, you'll start to see like the inconsistencies with it. It's just one good flow of ink.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah, look at all the colors right here.
What do you think?
Finished product. I think the white came out really good in the front. On the US Standard Apparel, it prints really good on these blanks. Like you're talking about the consistency, like it's just all there.
Yeah, usually you don't see it on too many blanks.
Yeah, but the white is consistent through the whole thing, and then even the back, like the colors are so vibrant and consistent as well. The orange is popping too, but yeah, this red came out really good.
All right, so that's gonna be the end of the video, guys. Shout out to Luke for literally designing that in like such a small amount of time. Shout out to Junior for printing it. Let us know who you guys want to see next. You know, this is going to be the start of a new series where we bring on a creative, a designer, have them design here at Money Merch and print it here at Money Merch. So we'll see you on the next episode. See you soon.